The Reborn Princess. Chapter 3. Breaking the Chains. The maids began filing out of the hall. The older maids, the loyal ones, remained behind. Arya nodded at them. Loyalty pays off. Return to your duties. But she stopped the 3 maids she had separated earlier, the only ones she spared from Wyston's group. I am paying back old kindness, she told them coldly. But if you misbehave, you could be executed at any time. Now leave. They bowed low, heads trembling, and hurried out. Arya's parents exchanged confused glances. The daughter's behavior felt strange. Too sharp, too controlled, too unlike the Arya they knew. Just then, Arya's loyal maid rushed into the hall. She bowed to the Emperor and Empress before turning to Arya. Princess, may we speak outside? Arya looked at her, this maid who had never betrayed her, not even in her past life. Tears welled instantly, and she pulled the girl into a tight embrace. I believe you, Arya whispered. I know he is innocent. The maid's eyes widened. Princess, you believe him? Then let's go set him free. Arya's father's voice cut in sternly. Who is innocent? And Arya, what is happening to you? You are acting like a completely different person. Arya turned to her parents. Mother, father, let's discuss this privately. In Arya's chambers, the Emperor stood up with a heavy breath. You mean, you were reborn? And in your past life, we died. And it was Wyston and his family, who killed us. His voice trembled. I treated them like family. Why would they do that? Arya looked straight into her father's eyes. Father, think carefully. You found Cairo as a newborn. We have lived with him since then. If he were a monster, wouldn't we have noticed long ago? Yet he always risked everything to protect us. He is the reason our enemies feared us. He is the reason no kingdom dared to attack us. She paused, her voice softening. We lived with him for years. He never spoke, never asked for anything. But every time we were in danger, he appeared. Her parents fell silent as memories flooded back. Finding Cairo as an abandoned baby. Watching him grow in silence. Seeing him single-handedly defeat armies of supernatural humans and mechanized soldiers, all for their sake. Witnessing him stand in front of every blade, every danger, wordlessly protecting the family he considered divine. When the recollection faded, the Emperor stood frozen. Cairo is innocent, he said finally. Bring him home. We must apologize. Arya hesitated as another memory stabbed through her. In her past life, lying on her deathbed, Lila had grabbed her hair and whispered. It was simple to make Cairo talk. All your family needed was a single drop of your blood mixed with his. Then he would recognize you as his true family, eat like a human, speak like a human, and grow even stronger. But your foolishness brought you to this point. Now die. The memory ended. Arya wiped away the coldness from her eyes and stood. It's time, she said softly, and walked toward the door. Her mother turned to the Emperor. Why do I feel like Arya has changed so much? She's more mature now, smarter. Almost as if she knows more than all of us. The Emperor smiled faintly. She is our daughter. She inherited it from us. In the prison, Arya and her maid arrived at the dungeon. The guards bowed deeply at her presence. Where is Cairo? Arya demanded. Cairo, hearing her voice, rushed to the bars. His eyes pleaded. I am not a monster. A tear slipped from Arya's eyes. Cairo's gaze locked onto it. His expression shifted instantly. A cold wind swept through the prison, an aura so intense the guards shivered. Arya quickly wiped her tear. I'm fine. It's a tear of joy. She stepped closer. Come here. Cairo moved forward, lowering himself so she could reach him. Arya ran her fingers gently through his hair, something she had never done in her past life. She took the keys from the guard and unlocked his chains. Let's go, she said softly. Cairo's fingers curled around hers as she led him out of the prison. Her maid followed behind them, smiling with relief. Back at the palace. The Emperor and Empress waited in the Great Hall as the maids arranged a grand feast, dishes of every flavor and aroma Cairo loved from childhood. When Cairo entered with Arya and the maid, the room seemed to brighten. Cairo lowered himself respectfully before Arya's parents. They gently petted his head, a silent gesture of affection, before stepping aside and letting him eat. They watched him carefully, unsure how to make him see them not as gods, but as parents. Arya looked at them. "Father," she said quietly, "there is something we must do. Something that will break this god and slave bond forever. To be continued."